Loading up the playlist for today. All right, Collector, are you ready?
I guess so.
Good luck. Here we go. Round number one, track number one. Time's up. The correct answer for this one is Portal 2, and the name of the track is Reconstructing More Science. Portal 2 was guessed by many players. Reconstructing More Science was guessed by Select Plus. Yeah. Okay, so when you're ascending out of the old aperture, we actually have notes for this.
We do?
Yeah.
People have played this?
What do you mean people play this? It's like what's like
I
one
know
of the
I've
biggest
played
games,
this.
2011.
I played the co-op, I think, more than the game.
Plays in Chapter 9, the part where he kills you in the final level during the fight with Wheatley and at the beginning of the ending elevator ride. I don't think we got anyone...
Yeah, it's like a snippet of the song plays there.
Okay. The part where he kills you, though, is another track in this game, right?
Yeah, the part, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Alright, we'll switch that back, and I think I'll just be taking the exact answer. So, points updated, and the chaser will appear on the board.
Definitely not ending theme.
Okay.
Like, no.
Cool. Track number 2.
塊魂ドゥビドゥダンダドゥダンダ塊魂ドゥビドゥダンダドゥダンダ素敵な君の顔見つめるほど I love you ゆるく晴れ渡る空魅惑のそのほっぺつねりたい Close to you so 風の中雲にふわり寝転んで観察ブランコの揺れる音あくびする坂道そうフィーリング旅に出よう手をつなごう空の匂いはいろんな色模様アクロスザスカイ渡る虹は君への愛いつまでも終わらない夢君と さ曇り窓に信号流君の
Time's up. The correct answer for this one, We Love Katamari, and the name of the track is Katamari Holiday. We Love Katamari was guessed by many players, and Katamari Holiday was well guessed-ish. Nice. Points updated. Chaser moves across to. Okay. It's a quick round next. The track will only play for a fraction of a second. I'll play it 3 times so you get a good listen. See if you can work out what it is just off that little bit alone. Here we go. Good luck. Ooh. 2 of the chases were quick, but no. Oh, there we go. Correct answers come through. 30-second timer starts now. Oh, I'm not showing the clock. My bad. It's probably about 10 seconds left at this point. Probably less. Okay. We'll say that was roughly 30 seconds. Time is up. Let's have a listen to the track and find out what it was. Correct answer for this one is Hollow Knight, and the name of the track is Crossroads. This plays in the Forgotten Crossroads, the area just below Dirtmouth, accessed through the town's well. Hollow Knight was guessed by a select group of players. Mass Penguin started the timer, and then we had Ginny Death, Luco, Shelldude, Flora, Eggett, and HB getting Hollow Knight, with just a few of those players getting Crossroads correct. The floating blob nucleuses area. We'll get that one checked out. No, okay. Points updated. Use disputes if you need. The chaser not sure on this one. Will stay put. A little bit of a tricky one. All right. Continuing on. Track number 4. Time's up. The long play was refunded for that one. The correct answer is Shin Megami Tensei 4, and the name of the track is Battle A1. SMT4 was guessed decently, and Battle A1 not too bad. We just might need context for this one because we had a whole bunch of random guesses. Yeah. Boss 2, Fiend Battle, Battle da At. I don't know what that means.
No, that's from 5.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is the normal battle theme of the tutorial area rather.
What a hard one to give. Then.
Yeah, no, that's very specific context. Okay, the chaser gets this one correct. Moving across to. Cool. All right, these games not doing too badly generally. Definitely floating along just fine. Last track of round number 1 is this one. Time's up. The correct answer for this one is Super Mario 64. The name of the track is Piranha Plant's Lullaby. Super Mario 64 was guessed by many players, and the track was also well guessed. Points have been updated. The chaser gets this one correct, moving across 2 spaces, finishing the rounds. And you'll need a course. You'll need a course on the Chase VGM so you can do better next time. You'll need a 6 or higher. Sometimes random words just appear. 6 or higher, let's see. Against the collector. New guy, are you able to play in the final chase today? Yes, sir. Very good. Thank you, collector, for round number 1. We set up now round number 2, which is with the hunter. All right.
Hello.
Hello. Hunter, ready to go?
Ready as I'll ever be.
Track number 1 of round number 2. concludes the long play for Pause Ahead. The name of the track was Nile Descent. And I just need to check one answer. The level where you fall a really long way and it's quite difficult at the end of the game. Correct? Okay. All right. Points updated. The chaser gets this one correct and will appear on the board. Nice. I think this OST got off to a bit of a rocky start when it was first playing. So I don't know where it's at. I can't remember, but that probably helped it a lot. All right, track
I think this
I mean,
track,
this
like,
track
first
was 6
played.
last time. It did way
Yeah,
better this
it's.
time.
I remember exactly what happened. It first played, and I was like, "This is the most flashy good song to ever exist," but it's not Rivals, so I don't know what else it could be. And then I realized he did just some tracks from this game, and I was like, "What the?"
Yeah, it's probably gonna might U-turn. Who knows? We're seeing the most epic U-turn of all time with Ape Escape. By the way, I don't think any game is
Yeah,
managing to
Games
pull off.
Club sure helped that.
Yeah, that is the only game that has made such a dramatic like turnaround at the moment. Still, it has a way to go because it went a long way the wrong direction. So we'll see how it all pans out. Let's continue on track number 2. I'll give you a few more seconds to send your answers through. Track is a bit short. Try not to use a colon, by the way, in your answers. Tends to delete your answer. Bot issue. All right. That should be enough time. Time is up. The correct answer for this one is The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past, and the name of the track is Time of the Falling Rain, which plays at the start of the game when you wake up in Link's house. Link to the Past was guessed by almost everyone, and Time of the Falling Rain was fairly well guessed. I just got to check some of these. Outside Hyrule Castle at the start of the game.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Sure.
This kind of answer.
Plays from when you exit your house at the start until you go to Hyrule Castle and enter it.
Okay.
Or through the side.
Cave at the beginning where your uncle dies.
Whoa, quest spoilers! Come on.
At the beginning. At the beginning.
Oh no, 30 seconds into the game.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Don't know if it's still playing at that part. I don't know. I don't remember.
At Hyrule Rainy Night Peril.
Errol.
I guess this is the rain track, right? All right.
I was
Sure.
about to playlist. I guess there's no point now. Come on.
Points updated. Use disputes if you need. The chaser got this one correct, but it was a long answer and I didn't have time to put it all in. It was such a short
Yeah,
track.
but don't worry about it. Pretty sure I'm right anyway.
Yeah, it's good.
Sorry
it's
to
good.
see that.
All right, let's continue on. Next up is not that. It's this. Very hard. See if you can work this one out. Time's up. All right. The correct answer for this one is Sephony. The name of the track is Mindshare, The Mutual Flow. Sephony was guessed by quite a few players, actually. Sephony
Interesting.
kind of popping off there. Mindshare, The Mutual Flow. Not too bad.
Wow.
Yeah. Not too bad. Chaser going for 70-70. Yep. This game's got some good tracks. I like Imagined Intimacy, I think it is. Yeah. Still very uninspired box art, gotta say, but just
Wow.
so well, just three people standing there and triangle, square, circle, and a name.
Hey, make a
Persephone.
pretty good box art description quiz.
Yeah.
So there's this dude, and he has yellow sleeves, and then there's other characters. There's like some triangles.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a shame because the music's nice. I don't know about the gameplay. What would the gameplay be? What do you think it is based on this box art?
I mean, I thought it was a platformer, like a
What?
like a 3D platformer.
I might have seen gameplay, but if I haven't, assume I haven't. I assume it's like I think you're in a like open world, running around, kind of platforming, and then you like stop and do puzzles to I guess unlock new areas, and then you keep going back to the overworld and stuff.
Yeah, it reminds me
Something like
of
puzzle platformer.
It reminds me of another game called Air, which, like, the cover looks like it has a similar style, and the game has a similar style. And it's pretty much what you just said as far as the gameplay.
So it's a reskin. Got it. All right, let's continue on. Track number 4. Time's up. The correct answer for this one is, oops, I did not. Okay. Atelier Riser 2. The name of the track is Birds Over the Valley. Riser 2 was guessed decently. Birds Over the Valley. It's all right. Not too bad. Not too bad. Points updated. The Chaser will move across the space for Riser 2.
Yeah, I forgot what tracks were in this, and I was like, Sound of an Ancient Bell. And I was like, wait a minute, I don't hear the aforementioned Sound of an Ancient Bell in this one. Uh-oh.
Yeah, there were some bells at the end, but not the bell, I guess.
And there weren't any birds. What the?
Yeah,
How could I have known?
I need a refund. Let's continue on. Last track of round number 2. Time's up. The correct answer for this one is Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel, and the name of the track is Menu 2, which is also deck creation, plays when editing a deck. Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel was guessed by select group of players, and Menu 2 or deck edit, not too bad.
Really? Really?
Yeah, for some reason it feels like more people guessed the deck editor than the game.
Weird.
Hmm.
Maybe
Fuck.
it's more. We're definitely in noosed territory at the moment.
I mean, that's more than I expected from this. I expected to get like a 3 or something.
Yeah, I thought nobody knew this game.
Points updated. The Chaser, I don't think got that one correct. So
Nope, not at all.
we'll leave it there for round number 2. All right, let's see how you did. You'll need a score of 4 or higher for what was a relatively tough round. Let's finalize that score. Okay, round number 2 against the Hunter. Refresh and go. HB, are you able to play in the final chase today? Sure, great. All right. Thank you, Hunter, for round number 2. We set up now round number 3, which is with the Sorcerer. Connecting up to you now. Ready to go?
Yeah, let's go ahead.
All right. Track number 1. Time's up. The correct answer for this one is Mega Man 4. The name of the track is Dr. Wily Stage 1. Mega Man 4 was guessed by many players. Wily 1 was well guessed. Yep, cool. Points updated. The chaser will appear on the board. Nice. Track number 2. All right, time's oh no, time was already up. Long play concluded. Feels like the fade out back into the loop again is part of the comedy of the
It
track.
teases you, just like when you think it's gone, you're like, oh, it's fun and done. And no, bam, again, polka music again. There
Yeah.
you go.
Earthworm Jim 2, and it is the Big Top Polka. Earthworm Jim 2 was decently guessed. Big Top Polka was also Guess by a select group of players, but it depends because we've got a lot of circus level clown music, clown theme,
I don't think I take circus level. I don't
carnival
remember
song.
there
Yeah.
being anything like that in here.
Yeah.
Yeah, the inflated head mode, you're like having to go up this level, like blow up your head
Oh,
and
someone did,
float
well, yeah,
upwards
well,
and stuff.
inflated head. Okay,
Yeah, carnival circus is
not it.
it
Okay.
is a carnival level. If you say so, Ellie Creed. I don't know. I don't remember that being a thing.
Can we? There's a lot of points depend on that. So
Oh yeah, I got a story about
All
this.
right,
This
let
is the
me
track
look up this level 6. This
This
fabled
is the
level
Yeah,
track
I've
I
6.
looked it
told
up. It looks like
Shelley
you're in a
on this
circus.
game.
It looks like it's Circus of the Scars or Carnival of the Scars.
Okay.
That's inflated head. And this also plays in like the gym is now a blind cave salamander level when there's like a surprise quiz show.
Oh yeah, the quiz show.
My God. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
probably right then.
yeah. Okay, cool. We're done then. The chaser will move across 2 spaces. Nice. Okay. Next up is a sample round. The track won't start from the beginning. It will start somewhere else within the track and play for about 5 seconds. See if you can work out what it is just off the sample alone. Setting it up here now. Oops, I almost botched that. Okay, here we go. Good luck. The correct answers come through. 30-second time starts now. Okay, time is up. Let's have a listen to the track and find out what it was. There's a long play request for this one. All right, that concludes the long play for Outer Wilds. The name of the track is 14.3 billion years, which was the credits. The points are updated while the track was playing, and the chaser moved across 2 spaces. Time now for a regular track. Here we go. Time's up. We'll have to look into the quietness of these tracks. And if you voted that an ice track would play today, well, here it is. Space Station Silicon Valley, and the name of the track is Ice and Easy Does It. Space Station Silicon Valley was guessed by quite a few players, actually. And Ice and Easy Does It was pretty well guessed, too. Space Station Silicon Valley off to a good start. It's going to graduate very quickly at this point, at this rate, I should say. And Dodger very pleased. I will refund this long play, Dodger, but next time I'm going to hold on to your long play until the end of the show.
Wow.
Rip.
Let's see, the chaser got that one correct, and we'll move across 2 spaces, and we've got one more track to go. Okay. All right. The last track of round number 3. Time's up. It's the clown round today. Roller Coaster Tycoon 2, and it is the main theme from that game. Roller Coaster Tycoon 2 was guessed by many players. And, yep. And the theme was well guessed. Okay, I think that's everything there. Points updated. And the chaser moves across to a perfect round from the Sorcerer. Well done. I haven't played Roller Coaster Tycoon 2. Has anyone here played it?
Nope.
I sure have. Quite a lot.
Is it
It's a fun game.
yeah, is it quite an upgrade from 1, or is it quite similar?
I mean, it's pretty similar to 1.
Hmm.
Just adds more stuff.
It's very similar to 1, says Sergio. Okay. Yeah, if you haven't played a Roller Coaster Tycoon before, you should. They're just very well made games. I'm always impressed. Like, I go back and play it now, and I'm like, wow. You know when you can really feel like so much effort has been put into a game? Like, the people who made it were just like really comprehensive and just, I don't know, there's something about it. All right, let's see. Who's the third player into the final chase here? Number 3 against the Sorcerer. Electric Fortune, are you all playing the final chase today?
I was wondering how is this like how is this game a micro?
I was thinking that too, actually.
I don't
Like-
remember
I
the
can't remember.
argument that you used
Yeah.
that like all the other songs are
Maybe it's just
like
all the
repeats
music
from that
in
are
the
in
original.
1 or
Yeah.
whatever. I think so.
thought it
think
was,
that was
like-
the excuse. The reason that was given was like all the music's the same as in 1 except this.
I thought it was like a Neverwinter Night scenario
Is,
with like
is,
only
is,
one
it,
song.
is there
included,
literally
or-
no new music in this game other than this?
Don't
Well,
think so. I
it's
think
possible
it's literally
because-
just all reused music.
Yeah, I think a lot of the new music that was added in Roller Coaster 1 was from all the expansion packs. So they probably just took all the expansion pack music and then dumped it into 2 and then called it a day.
Interesting.
Yeah. All right. Was Electric able to play? Sure, I will. Okay, awesome. Let's set up here round number 4. Thank you, Sorcerer, for 3. Round number 4 is with the detective.
Hello.
Hello. Ready?
Yeah, let's go.
Let's get started. Time's up. I forgot to connect up to your detective. Blah. Your answer went short for this round, but the correct answer was Yakuza Like a Dragon, and the name of the track is Warmaker, or Yakuza 7. Was well guessed. This is the battles against Mabuchi, it says here. Alright. Quick scan. Yep, I think I've got everything here. The Chaser, did you get it right? Sorry, I didn't actually check.
Yeah, I did.
Cool. Alright, so it will appear on the board, and there we go. And this is the debut track for Like a Dragon as well. Took a while.
It is. Bick was just talking to me yesterday about how this game hadn't shown up yet, and here it is.
There you go. You just have to wish really hard.
Someone.
All right, track 2.
I swear I love that.
Time's up. The correct answer for this one is Pokemon Masters EX, and the name of the track is Battle Iris. Pokemon Masters EX was guessed by many players. Battle Iris. Okay, so this one was well guessed, but we've got to check some stuff here. So what some people have done here is that they've put Pokemon Black White 2 Final Champion Battle or Champion Battle, but it's neither Black White 2, and I don't know if Final Champion Battle works because of the way that Masters EX works, where there's so many remixes.
There's definitely more than one champion battle because like this battled Steven, Cynthia, Lance.
Yep. Yeah. So it's unfortunate. You're close, but you're like slightly off on both answers for those that did that. I cannot award you any points, sadly. But go with the Haxus, who is the Unova champion Black White 2 battle. Yeah.
It's Haxorus, but yeah, they're right.
Yeah. Cool. See if I can squeeze any more points out of anyone. Haxorus. Yeah. Okay. Points updated. The chaser moves across too. Well, if you got that one right wrong, if you know what I mean, then I'm sure you'll remember for next time. Track number 3 next. Time's up. I think this is the graduation track for this game, Soul Blazer, and the name of the track is Lost Side Marshes, which I've always been calling Lot Side Marches. No one corrected me. Lot Side,
The
yeah.
hell?
I don't know. I just wasn't looking at it properly. Soul Blazer. At least it wasn't Loot Side Marshes, which is what Danster put. All right, Lost Side Marshes.
Yeah, but should be the graduation track, I think.
Yeah. All right, so second world temple area overworld where you can ride the rafts.
I think that's right.
Okay. The swamp level in the second area. Yep, that sounds like it should
It's
be.
definitely the swamp.
Swamp.
That's like the first part of the second area.
The song that might play when you farm ants.
Farm
Don't worry, it's the wrong game.
ants?
Johnny going for Ant Farm Tycoon. Not in the chase yet, Johnny, but you
Farm
can save up. You can save up points to submit that. All right. I'm actually curious now. Points have been updated, and the chaser moves across 2 spaces. What a guess! All right. Moving on. Second last track.
Love is easy by the light of day. Get the boys to play away. But at sundown, when darkness falls, passion burns, the danger calls. So girls go out only if you dare. You better be good, you better beware. Night trap. Bad boys will find you, night trap. Watch out behind you, night trap. 'Cause if you turn right, you'll be caught in the night, night trap. Night trap. Bad boys will find you, night trap. Watch out behind you, night trap. 'Cause if you turn right, you'll get caught in the night. You'll get caught in the night. In the night trap.
All right. Sorry, I couldn't risk it. Had to fade out early. Time's up. The correct answer for this one is Night Trap, and the name of the track is Night Trap Theme. Night Trap was guessed in by many players. I like the answer of Night Shack. Misheard lyrics.
It's the Night Shack.
Yeah, or it's like the Love Shack, but it's the night version. All right, points have been updated, and the detective got this one correct. Moving across 2 spaces. Big point farm for many players, including people who'd never heard that track before, just by having a listen to what they were saying. Can someone take this box art and I'll turn that woman's face into an emote if someone is able to Photoshop that for me.
Oh my
That'd be amazing.
god. Jesus.
Pog trap.
Yeah. Yeah. Pog trap, indeed. All right.
She's about to get like murdered by a ninja or something, and like the box art, and we're like, this is a very good emotion to show your excitement.
Yeah,
We should-
yeah.
We can market this like.
She's fine. Spoiler, she makes it. All right, let's continue. Last track of round number 4, it's Hail Mary, something that we haven't heard from in a long time. Here we go. Okay, that concludes the long play for Blue Reflection, and the name of the track is Tiger Michael. The points were updated while the track was playing, and we have seen the day where Blue Reflection almost double boosted. And the only reason that it didn't double boost is because some people derped and put Blue Archive instead of Blue Reflection, and losing
Oh,
easy
no.
points on that one. The yeah, there you go. There you go. Wow, that's I'm impressed. I'm impressed that Blue Reflection nearly doubled. It's not. It is everyone who has played the chase knows that doubling is very hard to pull off. So yeah, I'm kind of impressed. Is goat a
Yeah, this
valid
has been
answer?
like a consistent, like, like barely 10, barely enough points to boost when it does OST for like forever.
Oh, it's definitely got that super obnoxious start to it that it comes crashing
Yeah, I
in
guess
the room basically.
that start is like the loudest thing.
Yeah, there's been so many
Uh,
times where I've been working on the show and just letting the playlist run, and this thing just comes bulldozing in.
So you might need to check general really fast.
Yeah, and I might need to check what. Sorry.
General chat.
Oh, yeah, very nice. Thank
Johnny
you.
works fast, yeah.
I'll sort that out in a bit. Um, all right. Let's see here. We need to confirm our last player in the final chase. Round number 4 against the detective. Take those points. A perfect round. Well done. And FT, are you able to play in the final chase today? Tiger phase 3 is correct as context. Okay, someone did put that. I'm guessing that must have been Paras if they're talking about it. Okay, that's a +1 boost. It does double boost then.
Observed.
Okay. Did FT say yes? Sorry, I haven't checked.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Then we have our team. It was Nigai from round 1, HB from round 2, Electric from 3, and FT from 4. We'll meet and greet our players in time raid now, getting ready for the final chase. Thank you, Detective, for round number 4.
No worries.
Got that track in my head now. Save that image. Night Trap Pog. Nah, whatever. I'll worry about it later. Join us in the Discord if you're not already in there.
Delete every
free.
micro now. It's like that's what
Yeah,
gets
pretty
that
much.
scared.
I can't believe Luco had the power
like
to
10 good
just
ones.
delete game from the chase and just hasn't used it.
That's crazy.
Can't believe Outer Wilds was clown music this whole time.
So true.
Okay.
That round was nearly all long plays if Nigai had the points for a long play. 2 of them being Dodger, both of which we funded.
3 of them were Dodger, and I feel like honestly, the last one, Nitro was
How
too
ca-
short to
how-
long play because the long play thing didn't show
How
up on the
can we
stream.
make, I don't think he can. No, he can't. He can no longer bingo if he doesn't count.
Oh yeah, so the best we come up with is Tiger Michael Woods, bro. Come on.
It's because of the picture.
It was a picture round.
Oh shit! I didn't even realize that.
Yeah, that's a pretty funny one.
Yeah.
I was like, because I remember Edgar in practice was like, "Yo, can you throw a joke answer in one of those for my bingo?" And I like, and nobody did until then. So
I'm pretty. Wasn't it a picture around when there was like a problem with the bot, and so you like had to just add, like, a
Yeah,
bonus
I
stream?
think so.
Yeah, that's
Well,
that's
maybe, yeah, I think it was like
I remember the
because
Tiger
it was
Michael.
I think it was one we didn't use for like 100 episodes or something like that. I don't know. There was like a bunch of unused ones.
All right, Night Trap Pog has been added to the Discord.
Oh, amazing.
Oh, let's go. Yes.
Shit, I already fucked it up.
Oh, Night Tap.
Night tap.
Wait, no, I put it in the wrong.
What? It's
Hang on, I'm going about and reacting to
I
comments
I
right
did it
now.
in VC Typers. Oh
Quick only
no!
score. There it is. Night Trap. There we go. Perfect.
Oh no, I did it in voice chat typers. Shit. Oh,
What the no?
foiled once again.
dun, dun.
wait, why is this? Now I need answers. I'm sorry.
Okay,
Why,
well,
what is no, not with this. Quetz, what's the lore behind the Willem Dafoe emote? Like, why is he
It's-
here?
It's
Oh, that's you?
So there's a really you haven't seen the Spider-Man one where he's
It's a
sitting
bit from
around the
Spider-Man
board,
1.
and then they kick him off the board or something like
Yeah,
that.
He just
I know
like
that.
explodes
Yeah,
like
Christ.
on nowhere.
I think Hunt means why.
It's like
is
the
it in
most
the
Willem
server?
Dafoe.
Yeah, but why is it here? Like,
Because
It's a good face.
yeah, no,
you're not wrong, but like,
Is it for when you're sacrificing a Pokemon and Nuzlocke?
not only is it a good face, but also I quoted that you know how much I sacrificed a few times, like in the early days, and
Oh.
yeah.
I
mean,
can't
that's why
imagine.
George
what you-
Washington is there. That was a meme back in the day.
Yeah.
Washington's theme from Civ 4. That was like early chase
Well,
memes.
there was also like the point of if you don't know what to guess in a quiz game, you can just guess George Washington because it's such a common answer. Not common, but it's just like
Oh, Quetz. By the way, apparently there is a Pokemon ROM hack of Gen 3 called Pokemon Quetzal.
all right.
Oh yeah, I think I've heard of that.
And what's the relevance? Like, as in,
I don't know if you know
what's
this,
the-
but your username is Quetzalcoatl.
No. Like, what's it got to do with the Pokemon though?
I don't know. That's look. They have to come. They have like a million ROM hacks. They have to come up with some name eventually.
Mm-hmm.
There are, in fact, a million ROM hacks.
Okay, so I'm just
No,
having a bit
yeah.
of downloading.
I made 900,000 of them.
There's some kind of bird Pokemon focus in that ROM hack because
All
mean,
I
the word-
know is that it includes up to Gen 9 Pokemons.
And
think
it
that's
has multiplayer, which is interesting for a ROM hack.
I mean the word Quetzal means feather in
But other than that, other than having multiplayer and Gen 9 Pokemon, it just seems to be you are directly in Emerald. So
Okay. Browser Discord is having some issues at the moment. Try this. Okay, might have to wait a bit till this resolves. Mm-hmm.
like wasn't there a Pokemon ROM hack called Pokemon Uranium? Like did that
There
have
is,
anything to
yes.
do with
Yes,
uranium?
yes.
Sounds like
That
it.
one got
Wasn't that
turbo
one of the
nuked
more
by
infamous
Nintendo.
ones?
Yeah, it got turbo
oh,
nuked by
you can
Nintendo.
still find it if you
I mean,
really
yeah,
want it.
but
It's not that.
It's one of the ones that Nintendo specifically went after.
Yeah.
Surely that's not the literal reason that it was called uranium, because they were expecting to get nuked.
No.
No.
No,
It's
but that
because
is
there's
very
nuclear type Pokemon in the game.
Yeah, it's like a radiation mechanic or something like that. It's weird.
Yeah, it's like Shadow Pokemon, but more steps.
I didn't hear great things about the balancing of it, even before, like when it was still up before it got nuked.
I don't know if anyone ever uses browser Discord, but if you do, are you able to check if yours
I
is
never use it
working?
intentionally. Let me see.
I use it on my laptop, and it's always horrible.
Seems fine.
What are we checking?
Browser Discord.
Oh, just see if we can log in.
Well, mine's not even loading.
It's just like not loading,
internally
yeah.
loading at the moment.
Looping, yeah.
Let's see. So I have a thing, let me see. Looks like I'm able to log in from my end on the browser.
Let's try some stuff. Not working in Chrome or Firefox.
Let me in.
All right, time for me to just host an entirely new local version of Discord on my computer, and then give my IP to you.
You just had that lying around conveniently.
Yeah. You never know when Discord's just going to go down.
We're all gonna move into the same Gmod server and do it there.
Definitely something going on with Discord right now for me. I cannot access it.
Do you have another browser?
I've used all three at the moment. It definitely seems like just an internet issue. Maybe it's like an Australian.
It's the return of the internet saga.
Yeah. I think the only thing that we can do is wait. What to do? What to do?
Entirely you have to acapella sing all the songs.
From memory.
If we just get Quetz a second pair of arms and also a second head, then he can record around everything while also still running the stream and confirming the answers.
Oh, yeah, I can find the clip. I was trying to clip it for the longest time. Actually, I can just talk about what I was going to mention before, but I didn't have enough time. I feel like when Bic showed up a while ago, for the first time in a year, Shadow Effect debuted there too or something.
Maybe he
At
should
least
submit
played.
Yeah,
another game
Scientific
so it
came
can-
back with a vengeance at that point after being gone for a while.
appear.
He was a very good luck charm for his subs, which is funny.
Must be
Oh,
nice.
How many points does he ever know?
Yeah, I was a horrible luck charm for my sub. It's crazy.
Until recently. Until the last five.
Until
episodes.
recently.
He's got 1,000 points. He could send in another game at any point.
I don't even know what he thought about submitting.
Yakuza 8.
Maybe.
I don't think he'd think like that. Probably, but I might be sillier.
You should submit a game from my submission list. Which
Where are your subs, Eggert?
I think there's no harm in. I mean, if it's not doing anything, there's no harm in me just resetting my computer in case I don't know reasons with these things. So I'm just going to give that a go and see if that works.
All right. Bye.
I did leave my computer on overnight, which has brought up issues before. So we'll see what happens.
Actually, I can just pull up the luck because it's not me anymore.